forcing myself to be realistic with my July TBR, so let's go through the 30 books that I plan to read. Completely random order here. First up, we have Karen Slaughter's new book that comes out in August. This is called We Are All Guilty Here. I'm so excited to read this one. I made myself wait till closer to release date to read this, so it is finally time. A few other books that are coming out in the next month or two. We have Not Quite Dead Yet by Holly Jackson. I am halfway done this book and I am obsessed. This might be her best book yet. Next up is The Enchanted Greenhouse, which is the same author as The Spell Shop, which is a book that I absolutely adored, so I have such high hopes for this. It's set in the same world. And then we have One Dark Night, which I'm doing a podcast episode on in August, and we're recording, I think, on like the 2nd of August. I'm going to read this at the very end of July. Next up is All the Words We Know, which is a book that comes out on the 1st of July, and Departure 37, which is a thriller that comes out on the 5th of August. This next little stack are all already out. We have Plus Size Player, which is a romance book, Things I Never Got to Tell You, which I read the first half of, and I'm reading the second half this month. We have The Safari by Jacqueline Goldis, An Irish Summer, and The Bachelorette Party. Lore of the Tides, which comes out in a week or two. I'm so excited. I love Lore of the Wilds, the first book in this duology, so I can't wait to see what happens in this one. Then we have The Last Fairy Out, which is a new thriller that I've heard really good things about. I can't wait to read this. Another thriller recent release is Don't Open Your Eyes by Liv Constantine. I can't wait for this one. I love her books. Next up is Calabasas, which I've heard is one of the most amazing books in the entire world, so I have very extraordinarily high expectations going into this, but I really think it's going to meet them. We have The Built-Up Boyfriend Project, which is an arc that comes out in August. Warrior Princess Assassin, which is a new romantasy book that comes out in August. I feel like it's finally time that I read Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. I have this gorgeous new edition that just came in, and this was the push I needed. We have Holly Jolly July, which is a queer romance. I Did Warn Her, which is a cruise ship thriller. You guys know I'm obsessed with that little subgenre. We have Gracie Gold's memoir, The Sandy Page Bookshop, which comes out on the 22nd of July. Next up is The Phoenix Pencil Company. I think this one came out in June, and I've heard good things about it from some friends who read this. Next up is Backhanded Compliments, which I had from my June TBR, so it's spilling over. I kind of can't believe I didn't have the time to read this book, but I for sure will read it this month. We have The Love Haters by Catherine Senner, one of my favorite romance authors. All the Missing Pieces by Catherine Cowles, which I've heard nothing but good things about. We have Cash, which is a recent release in June. It's a cowboy romance. And then we have Till Summer Do Us Part, which is a new Megan Quinn book that I'm so excited for. I've heard this is her best book yet, which is high praise because her books are incredible. Next up is Geneva Rose's new book, The Girl I Was. Then we have Dead of Summer by Jessa Maxwell, one of my favorite thriller authors. This is a book that comes out on the 22nd of July. 50/50 by Steve Kavanaugh. I've read one or two of his books and really enjoy his writing. Then we have The Naturals, which is long overdue. I've had this series sitting on my shelf for forever, but I recently got this really pretty edition, and this was the push I needed to finally pick this up. And then we have this one, which I can't find my copy of, but I'm gonna listen on audio on Libby. I think it's called Blood of the Old King, but it's a fantasy book. And that's all of them. That's all 30. I feel like this is finally a realistic TBR. I know that's still a lot, but I do read a lot of books each month. And lately I've been picking like 40 books or 45 books on my TBR, which is just like setting myself up for failure. And that's okay too. It's fun to pick from. But I want to try to see if I can actually read through my entire TBR this month. So I'll update you guys as I go, of course, and we'll see if I can get through them all.